My name is Steve Gordon. I am the headmaster for Manning School here in Westmoreland, Savalanamar to be exact. And we are here to just talk about a little about the repairs that are currently being done after the passing of Hurricane Beryl. We would have gotten a timeline of August 29th for the completion of the repairs that is supposed to be taking place from the contractors. Already they would have roofed S1 and S2, that are two classrooms so named, and we are waiting now for them to just put in the ceiling beds. But that is not so much the issue right now. We want them to continue to do the two blocks, which we call the Mumbai block and the Prescott block, and those installation is currently taking place. They are halfway through with the Prescott block, which was most affected, are the biggest of the two blocks, and they are yet to start roofing the Mumbai block. Notwithstanding that, as I would have indicated, we are still holding them to that timeline, and if things go as planned, we are hoping that by the 29th, they would have completed all the major aspects of the work. Well, we are moving ahead with September opening. The good thing about it is that we would have, based on our plans over the years, we would have timetable students to come in on a staggered basis. So we won't have all the students in at once come September. The first week of September, we'll be having them come in year group by year group, and we have enough space to facilitate them during that time. We just have to ensure that the students are aware that these activities are taking place, and they ought to be extra cautious as to how they move on the compound from time to time. When it comes on to the second week, we have a plan just in case that the timeline is not met. Then we will be staggering the students coming in, particularly the third and fourth formers. The response was fairly well. The minister herself with the PS came down. Before that, we would have made connection with the persons who were assigned to do the contract. We spoke to that person extensively. And following that, we would have had persons coming in. I think the drawback to that is that the material that were supposed to be delivered took some time. We had some delays there, and that was communicated to me sometime. And we're still waiting, I believe, on some material for the auditorium. And we want to, as I said to the contractor, we want to hold them for the 29th, the same way, even though they would have shared that date with us from the onset. We still hold them to that date, and the 29th is coming up. So if they have to bring in extra workmen, then they will have to do that to ensure that they meet that deadline that we are holding them to. We are working around the 29th as a school. So we are expecting them to work with us so that we can have full school after the 29th.